works for the Parkers? And does Juliana finally leave the car seat? To answer this and many more intriguing questions, allow me to take us back to the beginning. Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan. It's time to duck, cover and roll a fat one as we head into another chapter from the Book of Parker. On today's show, Juliana has flashbacks from Nam.
Oh my god, never heard.
Julian does a firework dance. Alexis finds out who Julian's been TikToking with.
Stop it.
And Julian does the news.
Pandemonium and blue ass.
All this and more right here on the Lord Lukan channel.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Howdy do, salut de campagne, and Jack Genki to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people, and a Haston's grand vividus to the lords and ladies of the Lukan Manor. I do believe, mon petit point, that over in America land you've had a delightful 4th of July. Marking that time, all the British gracefully admitted that America land can't make a proper cup of tea, so we all went home. Or, I don't know, something like that probably. Then the French invented the first self-assembly monument and said, no, you have to put it together yourself. Here is one of those small Allen keys. Now independence is a big thing for a little man who's just gotten out of the gulag. It gives you the freedom to move where you want, do as you want, and the freedom to blow the shit out of your young daughter's ears if you want to. Which is where we find ourselves today. It's the 4th of July celebrations in Cincinnati, and we're off in the Parker-mobile to catch some firework action. Ooh, let's do a quick check. Alex chewing loudly? Check. Julian, unintelligible in the background? Check. Baby in a car seat? You bet your butt she is. First though, a delightful car ride. Well, what's all that crap on the windscreen? Did you sneeze on it? And oh look, cool, there's a first glimpse of fireworks. Yeah, but you can't really see it because of whatever it is all over the windscreen. I mean, who needs decent vision when night driving? Not old Julian Andretti here. No, he drives by instinct alone. None of that looking business, and certainly none of that not using your mobile phone while you're driving business. The latest episodes of the Family Vlog channel are a bit lackluster to say the least, but this one can really test your patience. They spend the first 10 minutes or so in a traffic jam, hardly talking, riveting stuff. I can see why not many other creators are covering this awesome family vlogs. It's just so boring and the production values just get worse. But I do have some experience of turd polishing since I started covering reality TV, so I'll try my best for you. Selfie time! I think I prefer it with the light off. But it's Julian who has the genius plan for the evening. I bet you'll miss the car seat though. Oh, good times. That's another problem with the family vlog stuffs. I imagine you have to be quite careful not to give away sensitive information. Hang on a second. What was that? Parkland Avenue. Makes sense. It's half an hour from all the places we've seen them. The video date was here. The time they got busted doing absolutely nothing with the video girls was here. The worst zoo ever was there. So, that would make sense. Right next to Bender Nature Reserve. And Bender Road. Not far from Dick Smith Avenue, presumably for all the mythological dicks in Cincinnati, one of which is here. Lovely. Did you know that Ohio even has a climax? This township here. Google didn't label it very well though, can't imagine why. In fact, there are 15 states that have a climax, including Texas, but again, didn't label it. They did, however, label the church, Climax Church of Christ. Wow, you wouldn't want to look in the donations box. New York did label theirs. Not far from Coxsackie Corrections Facility. And Washington's climax looks like a patchwork corduroy jacket. But if we zoom in, what the hell's going on here? Old crackhead Dave's been at the combine harvester again. But if you zoom out a bit and head west a couple of miles, what the fuck? What the fucky? What the fuckington? Who needs boring square fields when you could do cool circular ones? Oh look, this one's eating the field next door. But not in California. There's no climax there. They just have Mount Disappointment. Anyways, doxing yourself. Never good unless you're looking for a climax. So we're back at the fireworks. I guess they didn't actually get into the display itself, seeing as they turned up when the fireworks had already started. So they stood outside some random person's house to watch it. Errol, darling. There's a small family of people in our front yard taking selfies. I think that's that fellow from the TV show you watch. Rob Ross is in our yard taking selfies. No, dear, the show, the Love Lockups. Montana Mills? No, the one who's dating Lavelle Crawford. Julian! Yes, I'll fetch the hounds, darling. Now it's time to watch Julian play Locate the Fireworks. All he has to do is get into frame and point at the fireworks, okay? Ready? And go. The fireworks, Julian. The fucking bright, noisy shit in the sky, Julian. There we go. Yeah, he's got it. Good job. But he's not finished yet. No. Julian's very own display of wow also includes some interpretive dance. See, here's the sparkle and then the fluttery falling bit. I mean, that is magnificent. But then comes this really weird bit.
Oh my god, never heard.
That was so strange. She even left the slowed down audio to make it more creepy. It's like she was having a flashback from Nam.
Oh my god, never heard.
Funny how they recorded what felt like 10 hours of fireworks, but they just did a teeny tiny clip of the daughter that she had to slow down. So, the loved up couple, for now probably, maybe, at least, kind of, decide that this is a great time to get a video of them together. Well, that's the top of their heads having fun, very romantic. So it goes on forever. Just some tops of heads and some pretty okay fireworks. Selfie time!
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
What sort of part of that was the good one? I mean, it's really dark. Anyway, it's not gonna stop all this selfie fun. No. Selfie time! Again. That'll be good. Then there's another age of fireworks at the back of their heads. This is the problem with these low energy couples trying to cash in on their 5 minutes. They want to be a Vlolux family so they can advertise Tarkies and get an NDA with McDonald's, but they don't actually give the audience anything. It's lazy slop. Here's us poorly framed and watching mere fireworks for half an hour. Boring. I'm sure they'll think that people will watch them because it's, them. They think that the limelight has fallen on them because they're such an amazing couple, and so therefore that's all they need to do. Say nothing, give nothing, and gaslight the audience about what they did or didn't see right before their eyes. Just because you feel like the main character doesn't mean people will just watch it for the sake of it. Clearly, some people have bought the t-shirt and swallowed the Juju and Lex pill, but in my opinion, a video should at least have some kind of big idea, some kind of payoff. But there is none. It's just extended footage of a night out that we're all glad we're not having. And they don't interact with their audience. The only comment they ever made was, what? No likes, no acknowledgement, no, hey, I appreciate you. And the way they referred to the guy who recognised Julian as a fan tells a lot too. Oh, he knew who Julian was, therefore he's a fan? A guy recognised Demo Dick's Mustang when I posted it on the Mustang Owners Club on Facebook. Is he a fan too? Or does he just happen to be a guy who happened to catch the show? They tend to separate themselves from their audience, as if they're sort of somehow elevated in some way. It's like, you go do all the following and stuff, and I'll just release half-assed slop that's mostly unwatchable. And put zero effort into it. I was on TV, therefore, I should be big on YouTube or something. Let's just check in on Julian's channel. Ooh, he's got an extra 3 in the last 3 weeks. By this rate, he'll hit the magical 1,000 subscribers in late 2044. Alexis, on the other hand, she's been getting some pretty good numbers. But she's got to keep the hype, figure out what the audience want. Just feeding them this impersonal garbage, where they spend the whole time ignoring us, doesn't an audience make. And the stats reflect that. She's down 49% on views from last month and down 61% on subscribers. But what should she expect as a social media payoff for Lalu legends? Well, on Instagram, Juju, and I mean the Juju, not the lip-wristed freckled Julian. No, I mean the only 100% certified Juju in this show, thank you very much. I bet she'd beat the brakes off his dumbass. In fact, I'd pay good money to see Juju body slam that ramen in a special Juju off. Anyway, the real Juju is a 150k girl. She's who I would say is the top dog, the big boss lady, the iron uterus of Lalu. Millsy, 64k, half as good as his missus, but we already knew that. But what about someone unlikable and fleeting like Monique, who seems to have deleted half our stuff? I did find this though. Rewatch Reality posted this a few weeks ago. I'm so private with my life whole time I'm in a relationship right now. Hashtag fuck punctuation. A year in my 6'3" king size mattress. Private with her life. Is that the same as when no one gives a shit about you anymore? And if she did have a 6'3" king, I'm sure we'd all be seeing him by now, having our little faces rubbed in it. Ugh. Her turning to a private life isn't like when national treasure Rick Moranis did it. He left acting after his wife died and turned into a super dad. Or Rick Astley, who took a break for 50 years or something, because he had a daughter and couldn't be bothered to fly to New York. In fact, while he was retired, Rick Astley wrote a song called Mission Statement for a guy called Derek Richard Dick. In wrestling, you've got Triple H, but in music, you've got Triple Dick. let's do one more, shall we, while we're here? You remember that kid who played Charlie in that film about the chocolate factory? Well, he quit acting to put his arm up cow's bottoms. Good job. And why is it difficult for these guys to maintain their audience? Aside from the fact none of them have any creativity, of course, it's because the thing that made you recognisable and drew an audience to you, the TV show, churns out new faces every couple of months, depreciating your value and distracting your audience away from you. So the thing that made you is also the thing that's making you obsolete. Anyway, Juliana makes an appearance. Poor kid. It's been deafened by the fireworks and now it's only got one eye to see out of. And Alexis is still bloody chewing. Ugh.
Are you at the fireworks?
Yes, I am. I may be a couple of months old, but apparently I love being out all night, surrounded by smoke and having my eardrums relocated to Dick Smith. Oh, babies love that. Next year they're off to Afghanistan for a quiet one. Then we get a dose of dropping anxiety when Julian starts handling her again. And another 6 hours of fireworks.
First fireworks, yeah.
Is she okay? I think she's got shell shock. Either that or she's ignoring him. Yeah, I'd do that too. Hoped he fucked off somewhere. Haven't you got some milk to buy? It's at this point when Julian reveals that he was a big numpty about fireworks too.
I ain't gonna lie, I used to be terrified of fireworks.
But just when we thought it was safe to go back in the library, Professor Alex gives us some more of that wisdom she got free with motherhood.
See, actually, that's really how you know you bad kid. Bad kid's scared of everything.
And that's how you know you're a bag? What, sort of like a ball bag? No idea what that means. Perhaps one of you learned people can enlighten me on what she meant. Meanwhile, Juliana, who only made it out of a car seat to be a prop in some selfies, gets to give her feedback at last.
Did you have fun, stinker girl?
It was fucking awful between you slopping that chewing gum around your face and World War III going on. I've shit myself 3 times because of that bloody noise. So that's the end of their night and they spend the next 10 minutes in traffic. Great. Yeah. And I love how she's trying to do an outro and he's busy contradicting her again.
Juliana's first board?
It's the third.
Her first red, white, and
It's the
blue.
third.
I think it might be the third. Yeah, good job, Julian. Then, as I was writing this, I noticed they had another 4th of July video. Date night. What? An hour and a half? What the fuckington? Okay, fine. While I'm here, I might as well take a look at the things I do for a video. Okay, right. Deep breath. So we find ourselves with Julian and Alex on our way to do some more fireworks. And mostly it's looking at Alexis chewing. Again. But she does stop sporadically to utter such genius as, what's the point in drones?
What is the point of drones?
Good job. But then he sees something worth seeing.
Look, it's stuff over there, babe. That's how some parts
It's the
huge.
fan.
Yeah, but we don't get to see it. We're in this weird fixed position looking at Alex and missing whatever blue ass or whatever this town's called has to offer.
I love the vibes out here. It's literally like a little fair. It's just so cute.
Odd that, how a literal fair literally has a kind of fair vibe to it. That's crazy. What's more crazy is that Julian is stepping up to win something for his lady. Is he going to do the punchy game, whack the hammer sort of thing, shoot some targets maybe, brah, and all that? Nope, he's gonna hook a fish, sort of, with a magnet. And luckily, Barbara is on hand to run us through the complicated rule system. Take it away, Barbara. You pick them up, you try not to drop them. Okay, right, has everybody got that? This is perfect for Julian, apparently.
And it's fishing. So this is what I do.
Really? He's a fisherman? Of all the things you could think of, fishing would not be what I imagined. Is it because he resembles the little wormy bait thing? Well, he is scared of water, fireworks, fair rides, commitment. So I guess fishing kind of fits that low-level excitement. Sort of on par with chess and stamp collecting.
Come on, Mr. Fisherman.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Fisherman. Oh, he's got one. It's not a big one. But it is a lot of a one. Now, what does he win?
He won me a little dolphin.
I don't think you're ever too old to win some stuffed shit from a fair. Yeah, it'll cost you a tenner for like a $2 thing, but it's the participation that counts. Then they spend so long looking for food that when they finally get some corn dogs, the sun is starting to set. No one cares about nobody.com's stupid corn dogs. Why do food reviewers do that? Here's me eating some normal shit you find in the shop. There's someone in England land who reviews meal deals from Tesco. Now, for those not inside England land, the legendary Tesco meal deal is a sandwich, crisps, and a drink for a few of your finest English pounds. And she reviews things like, a cheese sandwich.
It's not my favourite sandwich I've had.
So we watch them talking inaudibly, munching on their corn dogs.
I don't know what I'm trying to do out here and all that stuff.
I guess this is what Juliana sees.
So I was asking the other guys where they were at. I can't help you, bro.
But then, one of my favourite parts. Do you own a mental magnet? It's a magnet you were somehow born with, and it attracts all the mental people to you. You might be innocently queuing in a shop, and out of nowhere, mental rocks up and has to tell you their life story. These guys must have one of those too.
It's okay. No.
And after a while of incoherent mumbling, Julian stops rapping. Mental decides to leave, but not before shaking hands with Alexis. Now watch their hands. Mental reaches in for a shake, and Alexis uses her chip hand to shake his. Realising that mentalists aren't necessarily the cleanest of people, she cleverly moves to her left hand instead. But then totally changes back to the soiled bum hand moments later. Tastes like homeless. But what would happen if we gave Julian the camera? Would he be able to do any better? No. Let's give it back to Alexis. More chewing and looking at stuff, telling us it's great, but we never get to see it.
That's kind of scary, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, probably. I can't see whatever it is, so I'll just take your word for it. It's like Julian's talent. We keep hearing about it, but we're yet to actually see anything. But finally, something worthwhile happens. Someone lets off a firecracker and everyone dives into a panic.
Wow.
And we go live now to our man boy on the scene. It's Julian Parker.
Pandemonium and Blue Ash. We're here live at
Oh my
Blue Ash.
God. Did they just shooting? I am.
And it's back to watching Alexis moan about food and young people. Really, an hour and a bit of this shit? There is one fun thing along the way, though. They get recognised by a girl who's been on TikTok with Julian.
You remember that one time I got on TikTok live with you? And I was like, I'm from Cincinnati.
Yeah, that was you?
Yeah.
And Alexis isn't too happy about that.
Oh yeah, he go on live with anything. If you gonna get on live with a bitch.
That's crazy, though. Out of all the people I done been on TikTok live with, if you don't get your,
Stop it.
Keep going, you're doing fine. Just keep digging that hole. Which could explain why she made him delete the majority of Instagram and Facebook. Anyway, another year of Alexis being dull, but the conversation turns to the events of earlier and the people running.
We better be careful because people gonna start doing anything like I got work tomorrow.
But don't you worry, Alexis. Julian is on hand to be your bodyguard.
I'll take you now.
Yeah, okay, sure you will. What's he gonna do? Shoot some mean looks at him? When Mental was bugging his missus earlier, what did he do? Nothing. He let him touch his missus all over a chip hand. So what would he do when someone is actually being a bit sort of murdery? Well, he wouldn't have to run that fast. Just run faster than her. And judging by the footwear...
I wouldn't even want you to, babe. I just want you to run. Oh, wait, my shoe.
Yeah, she'll be looking for a flip-flop, boobs flying all over the place, while he's Hussein bolting it up the street. He can't say that, of course. He does have to sound rugged and manly, and let his lady know that he's going to stand on business, which, of course, is the fine gentlemanly thing to do. Make her feel secure.
I'll body slam her.
No, you're not. You're not body slamming anyone, mister. What does he weigh, like 75 pounds? No, I'm going to be body slammed by Spoon. Of the two of them, who would you place your trust with to get you out of a crazy situation? I bet Alexis would actually do a better job of protecting than he would. I mean, she's got some pretty mean legs. Check out those box split jumps from the soft play centre. Hi-ya! See, 2 ball sacks for the price of 1 there. And then there's Julian, who's scared of most things, including a 4-foot drop into foam.
You protect me.
With my life.
But at the end, after another decade of watching Alexis being out of breath, she remembers to do some YouTube stuff.
Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know how y'all liked our video.
Okay, it was mostly shit. The 6 minutes I managed to reduce it to was an absolute ball ache to get through. But we did get to see what the Parker-mobile looks like. Why does everyone in this show drive an Aventis? I think they've got a dealio going on with WeTVO. They've been using them for a few seasons now. So, Alexis has done the like and subscribe thing, like you surely should have done by now. I mean, you've been watching this for ages now. If you haven't clicked that sort of stuff by now, then now is your opportunity. Thank you very much. Anyway, surely that means it's the end, right? No way, there can't be more. I mean, how damned long is this hour and a bit? Okay, surely that's it now. Oh, well, actually, okay, I was actually nearly there. First, he wants his mum to buy him a new hat.
They probably waxing. Ooh. You was a cowboy?
Then they buy drinks and don't say goodbye. The end. That was a hard slog. Just before I go, here's a little behind the scene things. When I wrote the joke, next year they'll be going to Afghanistan for a quiet one, I thought, better check that one to make sure it's not offensive to some people. So I asked AI if there were any other water-on countries that might not get me into trouble. And you know what it answered with? The Premier Inn in Slough. That is literally a few miles from where I live. So, yeah. Cheers, AI. Right, so that is all I have time for today. Thank you so much for coming over to the Manor for a while. It's been an honour to have you here. Thank you so much for all your comments and kind words. I really do appreciate you. If you like what I do, then do please like, subscribe, and try one of these little beauties. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to my three, and you take care of yourself.